Hello everybody, today we're going to be talking about area of a sector. Before we get into that, let's do a quick little warm-up talking about area of a circle. So we had previously learned about area of a circle, so please take a moment, pause this video, and try this warm-up on your own. If you already feel comfortable with finding area of a circle, you can go ahead and not hit pause and continue on with the lesson. Okay, so the way that we find area is A equals pi r squared. Now in this problem it's unique because they're asking us to find the radius, and what they give us is they give us the area. So I'm going to go ahead and plug the area in, 176.7, and I'm going to keep the radius as r because I don't know it. To solve this, I'm going to divide both sides by pi, giving me 176.7 divided by pi equal to r squared. And remember, what you're going to be doing with this value here is you're going to be square rooting it. And if I square root r squared, I know that I'm just going to get the value of r. So putting that into my calculator, I'm doing that off of the screen here. You're going to do 176.7 divided by pi, and then make sure you square root that number there, and you should get a value of 7.50 feet as your answer. So there it is. Okay, let's now talk about another characteristic of a circle, which is what we call a sector of a circle. Okay, so let's first talk about what a sector of a circle is. I have a picture here also to help explain it. Sector of a circle is a section of a circle bounded by two radii, that's plural for radius. Sometimes they like to say it's a circle bounded by a central angle. It's another way to think of it. But it is a section of the circle bounded or contained by two radii, and its intercepted arc. So let's look at a picture of what it is. Okay, so here we have two radii. We have one here and one here. The intercepted arc could be arc AB, right? That's the arc. Intercepted means like intersected. And this whole part that is shaded, and I'll shade it in again in pink, it would be an example of a sector. Okay, so you want to think of a sector as a piece of pizza, or a piece of pie, or pizza pie. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be finding the area of that sector. Okay, so an area of the sector is just a portion of a circle. Okay, so it's part of a circle. So one thing that you're going to see is when I do the formula is you're going to see the area of a circle formula in this circle. Okay, so a sector is, so the area of a sector is a portion or a part of the circle's area. So when I go to write the formula of the area of a sector, you're going to see the area formula for circle contained within this formula, which is sort of cool. Okay, so the area of a sector is the measure of the arc divided by 360 times pi r squared. Okay. Now, if the letters here were R and S, obviously this would be the measure of RS, right? And what we need to remember is that the measure of an arc will be in degrees. Okay, so let's go ahead and do an example. So we're going to find the area of the red sector and the area of a blue sector. So within one circle, there can be more than one sector. Okay, let's start with the red one. It almost looks orange, but it says it's red. And let's find the area of it. Okay, so the area of a sector, so I'll just put A for area, is equal to the measure of the arc, right? So the arc that is, the intercepted arc of the red sector is FE. Remember, if the central angle is 120, that means that the measure of the arc is also 120. So we have 120 degrees divided by 360 degrees times pi r squared. They tell us right here that the radius is 14. So it's times 14 squared. If you want to simplify before you plug it in the calculator, you can, or you can just go ahead and put all this into the calculator all at once. So on the calculator here, I'm going to do 120 divided by 360. I'm going to times that by pi, and 14 squared is 14 times 14, so you can do times 14 times 14, or if you know 14 squared is 196. There you go. You have your answer, which we will round that to, I don't know, 2 decimal places. So 250.25. It is feet. It is area, so it should be feet squared. So here's your chance to try one on your own. Press pause and try number 6, finding the area of the blue sector. Now, before you go to do that, just make sure you realize that you don't know the measure of the central angle, so therefore you don't know the measure of this major arc FGE, so you're going to have to find that first. Okay, so you should have tried this out. First thing I would do is find the measure of the central angle, so I knew the measure of the major arc FGE, because that is the intercepted arc of that blue sector. So to find that, you would have had to do 360 minus 120, which gives you 240 degrees. So that's going to be 240 degrees. The radius is still the same. We're still finding area. Okay, so it's going to be 240 divided by 360 times pi times 14 squared. So now, and remember 14 squared is 196, if that helps. So all you need to do is a little bit of calculator work here, clear out what I did before. 240 divided by 360 equals, times that by pi equals, times that by 196. You should get an answer of 410.50. And again, it is area, it is feet, so it's feet squared. So there you go. That's how you find an area of a sector. So I hope this video helped. If you like this video, like it, subscribe to my page, and leave any comments down below. And good luck with your practice.